Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. For access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Hey there traders, checking in on the broader market. So over the long holiday, bulls took advantage and drove the futures market higher, breaking our key multiple tops of resistance, that last little thread of resistance that the bears were clinging to. And we headed to the high of the entire COVID bounce. Lots to talk about. Most notably, we saw profit taking on the open today after such a higher open. These daily candles have these lower wicks that are misleading us yet again. We have to zoom in. We had the end of the day sell-off as there was some kind of China headline, nothing new, but just timely headline to lead to further profit taking. We dropped down 298.69 is the low. We have a bounce going on in after hours. So 298, what is it? 298.69 is the low, and bigger picture is important here because SPY only had 6 hours of trading today. If I only look at SPY today, I say, wow, there was a lot of selling. But if I look at the S&P 500 bigger picture, this is the 3-day move that happened over the weekend. This is the consolidation currently taking place. It looks way healthier on this chart when you add more details. We saw 100 and, let's see, what was it? 115 points up, and we've dropped less than $40. It's about a 31% retracement at this point. Could it be a 4-hour bull flag? Yes. As long as this 12-period exponential moving average is still support, it's a potential bull flag. If we were to drop back more significantly, then we'd start looking for it to be an equilibrium. But at this point, continuation is still possible as long as this 12-period exponential support holds. So that's where we stand, bigger picture. The most notable factor for me today was who was leading to market strength. And it was all of our laggard sectors. Our laggard major sector was XLF. XLF had a monster day today. It was up 6%, probably the second strongest day that I've seen on the entire COVID bounce for the financial sector. And most notably, red names on my screen, Amazon, Netflix, Apple, Facebook, all these tech names are red. What has the scenario been over the last month? The tech sector was driving the market higher. The weight of those major names, Microsoft included as well, Apple, the weight of those names holding the market up. Everybody is saying, okay, well, this market rally is all because of these stocks and their weights are so high. Absolutely. But today for me was a bit of a break for the strongest names to see profit taking and to not dump the market because XLF was seeing so much strength. So there was rotation going on. The biggest sectors today, airliners were up double-digit percent, cruise liners up double-digit percent, financial sector up 5 to 6%. And that is what gave the S&P 500 the vast majority of its strength today. So if we can see our major names that have been leading the way up, if QQQ, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, if they all consolidate and form a daily higher low, and the financial sector keeps strength to keep the overall market strong while those names are consolidating, even NVDA, our biggest lead chip blue sky bull, sold off in a big way today. Tons of profit taking in the strong names, laggard sectors seeing tons of money come into them. So 4-hour uptrend will be my guide overnight. If I wake up tomorrow morning and this 12-period exponential is still support, the bulls will still have full control. If we have lost this level by tomorrow, we'll be watching for the potential of an equilibrium on this bigger picture bull move. But as of right now, bulls aren't really worried about much with the profit taking seen today. IWM. Again, we got to get that lower wick out of here. The low was 138.47, and that lower wick is all the way down to 135. So that is not the case. If we break the low of today, the gap to fill is down to 135.05 to be watching, but IWM broke the high of the entire COVID bounce. Next resistance, 136.17, and we broke that level. Gap fill, 140.99. We did not fill that gap, but we are in an area with a lack of resistance, and it's the same for XLF. There's our big bull day on XLF, not only the gap up, but once the open happened, even more bull follow through. This double top, 23.66 is key. If we break that level, look at the lack of resistance in the financial sector And perhaps the financial sector getting over the high of its COVID bounce can be the second leg that the market bulls need to keep control. So what I care about this week, can XLF break 2366? Can our major tech names keep their daily uptrends? If the answer to both of those questions is yes, it's going to be a very bullish week. And if the answer is no, then we'll cross that bridge when we reach it. QQQ, profit taking today. It did see a higher high, but there was a notable sell-off in a lot of these names. Short-term support is 227.50. If that level holds, bulls have nothing to worry about. If that level breaks, we'll have to reassess because then weekly consolidation may be underway, and that would be notable. So key support tomorrow, 227.50, and on any bounce, hourly resistance 231.54. Healthcare sector also sold off today, so its short-term support is potentially in play, 98.83. If that level were to break, we would zoom out and look at weekly consolidation being underway there as well. The next level, 96.89, is the most important. So two key support levels that we're going to be watching on are two of the three major sectors in this market. Biotech sector, new all-time high today. A sell-off in line with the healthcare sector. They are often correlated to each other. Short-term support here on XBI is 102.51. If that level comes into play tomorrow, there's a potential hourly oversold bounce play to be watching for. And on any bounce, we're just going to look for an hourly lower high. Again, weekly consolidation on names that are extremely overextended. What we might be seeing happening now is the names that have run with no consolidation starting to consolidate, and the names that have not run significantly, XLF, IWM, seeing a bit of laggard catch-up action. SMH, semiconductors, resistance of 142.01. We broke it, but just barely. Key support 136.09. TLT tightening up on the daily. Lower high was set. Bulls need to hold 162 for a higher low and for the tightening range to continue. Dollar is close to breaking key supports as well. We're watching 98.57 and 98.27 as two key levels on the dollar. This week, after a big red day to start the week, those levels are potentially in play. The VIX, not really anything going on today in the VIX. $26 is still holding. Need to see 31.60 break in the short term for it to mean anything to us. Gold, further pullback. So again, I exited my longer term swing entry on GLD at 17.26 when this level broke. And I am not interested in a re-entry until weekly exponential support at a bare minimum. That's when I'll start looking for a setup that I might like. But I'm not even considering an entry while we're here. We're just starting weekly consolidation here as well. So any bounce that we see from here on gold, anything under 17.54 is just a lower high. Next support is down at 16.92 after 1700 psychological. Silver, high, low, lower high. It's definitely stronger than gold today, but it's setting the potential of a lower high, and then we'll be looking at 16.72 key support from there. So potential tightening daily range on silver, and what this pullback in the metals and the miners is doing, or what the pullback in the metals is doing, is pulling back the miners. So 33.42 support is now in play for GDX. We were watching the bear miners at the end of last week, and it was the 4-hour trend change that confirmed, and here we are getting solid follow-through. At this point, from the low, we've seen a 20% bounce in dust. And there's definitely a lot of work to do here, but momentum is shifting. The weekly time frame had not bounced significantly. I'm not going to use previous price levels on dust to mean anything. I'm going to use support levels on our non-leveraged miners. So if I'm a dust bull, I want to see a bear break of 33.42 on GDX tomorrow. Oil. Dog making strange noises, but it's just rolling on her back. So oil, 34.64 resistance. We did break that level. And keeping in mind, we want to look at the July futures contract. So here we are, 34.66. 35.18 is next. We did break 34.66, but not really with any meaningful follow through. So a clear little line of resistance still in play. And if the bears are going to have to prove, if the bears are going to prove something to us, We need to see a loss of the daily high or lows. Right now, anything over 30.72 is a daily high or low. So bulls have a lot of space to work with. But clear resistance battle still ongoing. Natural gas daily high or low very clearly set. Bulls have to break 1763 for a daily trend change. If the bulls can pull that off, we zoom out, and anything under 205 would then be a weekly lower high. So overall, bigger picture, bulls with a victory, absolutely with a big move up. Profit taking, money shifting around, money leaving our strongest names, money going to our laggard names. Question is, do our strongest names continue to sell off? Do they lose their daily high or lows? Or was this just a one-day profit-taking event? S&P 500 futures chart, does the 12-period exponential support hold on the 4-hour time frame overnight? Or do the bears get followed through from the end of the day sell-off that we saw today? Bigger picture, daily uptrend will be our guide for the S&P 500. Anything above 293.22 is a daily high or low on SPY, and we're still 2% above that level. So it's shaping up to be an interesting week, certainly starting interesting. We've only got 3 more trading days to go. One more time to recap. XLF 2366, key resistance to be watching. Strong tech sector names, daily high or lows, very important to see if they are maintained or not. That's pretty much it. Hope you are well. Lots of opportunity in both directions, depending on which names you're looking at. And we'll check back in tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day. This is a family of about 6 birds, and their nest is in a bush outside my bedroom window. And the babies are all flying around, and they vibrate when they want some food. And the mom and dad will still chew up the seeds and give it to the babies. The babies will pick up the sunflower seeds and have no idea what to do with them. But they are so noisy. It's great. Constant chirping and vibrating. And there's always this one that stays behind while the herd flies off. They're a little gang in the yard now. Baby bird crew is back, and we got a mama cardinal caught up in the middle of it. She's holding her ground. She's very patient. Got some more baby bird action, different species. That's mom.